Lily Singh is an actress who is famous in YouTube for her amazing videos. She is also known as Superwoman. How to Be a Bawse is her first book, where she talks about how to becoming a boss and conquer the life. In this post, we are going to look at 7 life lessons from Lily Singhs' How to Be a Bawse book, that inspires us for a successful life. If you can't control people, then control your reaction to them. If you can't control a situation, then prepare for it. In life, we don't always get the chance to control the people around us. We expect them to act in the way we want, and hence we get frustrated when they don't act the way we want. Let's consider one of the most common scenarios these days. We are in the middle of COVID-19 crisis and social distancing and safety precautions are a must to survive this crisis. Assume that you are adhering to all the guidelines to be safe and you expect the other people to do the same. Now, someone walks in and talks to you without taking any of the safety measures. In such case, it's normal to get angry and frustrated by the behavior of the other person. But we can't control the other people. So, what you have to do is politely ask the other person to take safety precautions without offending them or take additional precautions to make yourself safe. Similar to people, we can't also control all the situations we need. Consider current situation. Countries are locked down and jobs are lost due to COVID-19. We can't blame the situation and do nothing. It's not within our control. Instead, we need to prepare for such situations and find innovative ways to do things we want to do in life. Humans have a tendency to overcomplicate simple things because we overthink them. But if you take a step back and remember your priorities, it becomes easier to make a decision. How many times did you want to do something and then completely stopped it because you kept thinking about how to make it great? This is a common problem in our life. Assume you are planning to do a presentation in front of a big crowd. You have researched well and ready to put up great content for the presentation. While preparing the presentation, you start to think about whether the theme design used for presentation is good enough. Now, you are a bit worried and start looking for professional themes that fits your content. Once it's sorted out, you start adding content again. Now, you start to think about the quality of graphics and images in presentation. So, you start preparing high-quality images. Often, we overthink like this and overcomplicate things, without focusing on the core matter. The most important thing here is the content of the presentation and how you present it. So, you should be focusing more on that, instead of worrying about minor things like design or quality of images. When you are in such situation, take a moment to think what's most important to achieve the desired result. And work on them without overthinking about other factors. If you still have time left after completing the main task, you can think about the other minor factors. When you are experiencing something exciting, beautiful, or rewarding, try to disconnect and just take the moment in. These days, people are busy with their work and hence don't get much opportunity to enjoy the life. Even when they get a break to enjoy the life, they tend to ruin it by doing things that doesn't allow them to be in the moment. People go to live concerts and start capturing the singer in their phone, instead of enjoying the song. People go to a beautiful destination and start taking selfies and photos with others, instead of enjoying the view. People go to book exhibitions, take photos with books and add them to Facebook or Instagram. Then, wait for likes to come in and reply to comments instead of checking good books. When you are in such situations outside your work, try to disconnect from the others and enjoy what's in front of you. You can only work relentlessly on something if you enjoy doing it. In order to achieve huge success in something, we have to focus on that, and work relentlessly towards the desired result. We can only do that if we enjoy what we are doing. Let's assume you are a freelance writer and you get paid fixed amount for each article. If you don't love writing, you will just write something that covers the given topics and try to complete the article as soon as possible. You won't mind the quality of content as long as it gets approved and you get paid. On the other hand, if you really love writing, you will spend a lot of time researching content for the article. Then, you will check what others have written on that topic. Then, you will write a quality article covering the areas that others haven't considered. Since you love writing, quality of the article will make you really happy. Also, others will recognize you as a great writer. All this is because you were able to put more effort as you love what you do. Deadlines are always easier to follow when they're public, and you're held accountable for them. Deadlines ensures that we complete a specific objective. In your workplace, someone will be there to provide you a deadline and continuously check the progress and whether you meet the deadline. When it comes to working on your own, there is no one to set deadlines. We set deadlines and start working towards them. But, if we can't meet the deadline, we often stretch it further as no one is forcing us to do it. Often, the deadline doesn't get the desired result in such situations as we don't have any motivation to stick with them. That's why you have to make the deadlines public. Let's say you are a writer and you have a good following in your website. If you publicly announce that you will be releasing the next book by a specific date, people will be eagerly waiting to buy it on that day. So, you are likely to keep up with the deadline to avoid the embarrassment. If you are not good at working towards deadlines, best thing to do is make them public, so that you have no choice but to complete the work by the specified time. Putting yourself in uncomfortable situations is crucial to developing new skills and gaining valuable experience. Most of us want our life to be as comfortable as possible with very little problems. It's good if we can be in comfortable situations throughout the entire life. However, being in comfortable situations doesn't allow us to learn new things or gain valuable experiences. Let's assume you are a photo editor. Every day you get similar type of images to edit and you use a specific software to edit the photos. So, the job is really comfortable and you are doing an excellent job for your company. Now, the type of photos you have to edit changes and also the software you used to edit the photos is no longer providing their service. Suddenly, you are in very uncomfortable situation as you have no clue how to edit the photos with another software. That's the problem with being in comfortable situations all the time. In this case, you should have purposely put yourself into uncomfortable situations by using different type of software. If you already had the knowledge of working with different software, transition would have been easier when the situation was actually presented to you. If you feel that your work is comfortable and no challenges, put yourself into uncomfortable situations in order to prepare for them in future. When life gets hard, we tend to enter survival mode. It's important to switch back into conquer mode as soon as possible without being comfortable in survival mode. Our lives are full of obstacles. Whenever we experience an obstacle in life, most of us tend to go into a survival mode. Going into survival mode is completely fine as long as you can switch to conquer mode as soon as the obstacle is cleared. Assume you are a singer performing in live concerts across the country. Due to current COVID-19 situation, all concerts are cancelled. So, you go to the survival mode by creating songs and publishing them online for your fans to listen. You earn a good income by publishing online and it's easier as you don't have to travel across the country. You become comfortable in current situation and decides to continue online without going to concerts. Ideally, you should be eagerly waiting to go back to concerts as soon as the situation becomes normal. That's the problem with survival mode. Once we enter the survival mode, it's comfortable to stay in and difficult to get again into conquer mode. In life, switch to survival mode when necessary and be quick to switch back into conquer mode as soon as the opportunity is presented. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos on personal development.